Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a nice big piece of crab apple, I believe. I'm going to try to make a bowl out of it today. There's a little bit of spalting in it. We'll see if I can bring that out or not. I haven't made a video in a while because I've been waiting to get a new chuck. I gave my old one away with my mini lathe to a fellow YouTuber, so hopefully we'll get some videos from him. So I got me the new, well, it's not new, but I got me a new Novichok. It's the 30th anniversary. It's a whole kit. It comes with 1, 2, 3 different size sets of jaws. So I'm going to get that put on my lathe and get this thing spinning. Stay tuned. Alright, here we go. I got it on about 214 RPMs. Well, that was pretty exciting. The bottom like 3 inches of this was pretty much just shot rotten. It was really beautiful but rotten. I was taking it down to get rid of it, and luckily I had this nice rounded off because I had so much pressure on it with my live center that it worked like a wedge, and kapowie, and it come rolling off the lathe. Luckily I only had on 360 RPM, so it just kind of chipped off and bounced its way over. And there's a proof to the rule that you always kind of stand off to the side. You never stand right in front of your piece on your lathe. It just fell to the floor, no big deal. So I'll cut this nub off, and then I can refine my center with my center finder and get her spinning again. I think I got a little bit more punky stuff here to take down, and then I can actually start making the shape of the bowl. Pretty rotten old dead piece, but it's got some beauty in her. So we'll see how she turns out. Let me get this back on the lathe and then I'll fire you back up. Ciao. Alright, a little change of plans. This thing's punkier than I planned on, and it's still kind of wet. So I super glued, or CA glued the whole bottom of it, hoping to strengthen up the fiber so I can get it actually tenon. And then on the main body, I am just soaking it down with shellac and denatured alcohol, hoping it will stiffen up the fiber so I can get a decent cut on it. Also, I'm hoping that the denatured alcohol will help capture the water and help it evaporate. Wow, this is just soaking it up like a big old sponge. So we'll see. If can't get it right, I'll just throw it in the firewood pile, I guess. But I'm hoping it will sink in there deep enough to stiffen up the fibers, and then I can shear scrape it and then sand it from there. So we're going to let this dry overnight, or maybe 2 days, as much as I'm dumping on there, and we'll pick it up from there. See you in a minute. This piece is a bit of a nightmare. I got a heck of a wobble in it. I didn't have a good enough base for my spur drive, so I got a wobble in it, and now I'm trying to get it out. When I was riding the bevel, it was kind of riding the wobble in and out. So now I'm just really holding it and taking a very, very light cut, and you can see it's hit here and then not hit here at all. So I got almost 1/8 of an inch of warp in it. So I'm just having to rough it back out, and in case I have to flip it, I just cut a tenon on the other end. So I think this is going to get it, and then I'll have to resand it and get it straightened out. Turn you back on in a few. Alright, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this or not, but this piece is a piece of punk ass wood. We got decent grain here that you can see, but the most part is all punky and pitted. I cannot get the fibers to cut, they just keep pulling out. So I'm going to have to get radical on this if I want to save it. It's got pretty nice grain, so I'll put some effort into it. I got my side grinder set up with 60 grit paper, so I'm really going to have to work hard to get any kind of finish on this at all. But it looks kind of nice so far, so I'll put forth the effort and see if I can save it. Turn you back on when the fun's done and I get something shiny. Guess what? I tried hard. Couldn't save it. Too rotten even for me. Total junk. That's alright. I gave it an effort. That's a bummer too, because I was really looking forward to the nice grain. I love fruit wood. As soon as I tried to put any pressure on it at all, she just gave way. Nothing but a big sponge. I'll leave it laying around. Maybe after it dries out it'll firm up, or maybe I could do something with epoxy or whatever. So I'll turn something else, I guess. Onward and upward. Ciao. Okay, part 2. I have a freshly harvested hunk of silver maple. And this is a block I cut out of a crotch. So I'm hoping there will be some nice compression grain in here. It's pretty beefy, but it runs pretty decent, and I'll hurry up and shave the corners off it. I should have probably did it with the chainsaw, but oh well. But I'll get this thing fired up and see what I can make out of it.